This episode of AnimeTV is brought to you by Gamefly and GoDaddy.com. Welcome back to AnimeTV, where we take a fresh look at anime, manga, nation, pop culture. I'm Johnny Young Bosch.
I'm Christina V. This is episode 3. Today, we are going to talk about Evangelion 1.0, You Are Not Alone. It's a review I'm very excited for. Miley is going to teach us some essential Japanese, and we have more Hima for you coming up on this episode of AnimeTV.
AnimeTV, go!
AnimeTV, go!
It's time for Hima time, which in Japanese would translate, it's time for free time time.
Our panelists, Roy, Miley, Jonathan, and Laura, are our anime experts here, and they're going to tell you about what they've been reading, watching, and playing. So take it away, Roy.
All right, so welcome back to Hima, what you're watching, what we're liking. So who wants to start off? Jonathan.
Oh, I get to start. Exciting!
Yeah.
It's Hima time! All right, guys, so let's see, what have I been up to lately? There's two things I want to mention. One is Flcl, Furikuri. Come on, guys, don't make that face.
Come on, dog. It's a few years old right now. You gotta let it go.
No. This is one for all the new fans out there. Furikuri, okay? It's an anime. It's wonderful. Flcl. It's only like 6 episodes long. It's short. It's fun.
All right,
it's unique.
then what's it about?
It's about a boy who has a big thing on his head, and a robot comes out. And then the robot eats him and gets really strong and poops him out. And then there's another chick from space who lives with him and gets it on kind of with his dad and with him. And then she has a guitar and she beats the crap out of people.
Does she use the guitar?
Well, she hits people with it, really. I mean, that's the whole thing. And then they have a little moped. It's good stuff, man. It's a very confusing anime, but it's only 6 episodes long, and it's one of the most interesting cinematic animes I've seen, and it also has music flowing throughout the entire thing. It's actually a very odd story, but well worth your time.
Miley, what are you watching?
What am I watching? I'm actually, once again, not watching something.
Oh,
or maybe I was, but yeah, but I was rereading one of my favorite series, which is Basara, or Basara, I guess, in the English way of saying it. Yeah, it got made into an anime, actually, and it didn't do well, apparently.
It's not very good.
Yeah, it's compared to the manga, it's not very good. I was watching it, I was like, wow, no wonder they only made like 6 episodes, and it kind of tanked. The story is mainly about a girl who is the child of the enlightenment.
The chosen one, like
kind of the chosen one.
There's always a chosen one.
There's always a chosen one. And so what happens is that for her whole life, basically her brother was told that he was the chosen one. They're twins. And what you find out in the story is that he kind of gets killed right in the first act. And then she's like trying to save her village people. And they're all like, no, the chosen one has died. We're going to die with him. And then she does the cutting of the hair, and then
like
decides,
Neo meets
Mulan. Kind of, yeah, and basically cuts her hair, and then she's like, follow me. The one that died was my sister.
There's always more than one. It's like Star Wars.
There is always more than one.
Well, for the chosen one, Laura. Let me think. Is it Naruto you're thinking of?
No.
No. What are you watching?
I've been watching the new season of Inuyasha.
Oh. Okay, you know what? Final act is
Brian.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Final act is really awesome.
Yes, that's what I've been watching.
It pulls up the heartstrings a little bit.
Here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what Inuyasha is, it's a fairly well-known anime, and it takes place in 2 time periods: the present and feudal Japan. The girl from the present goes back in time through a magic well and meets Inuyasha. He's half demon, half human. They have to battle the evil demon Naraku, who has the sacred jewel shard. And it's about their adventures together, their friends, how they start to have feelings for each other. It's an anime that you see it and you go, oh, this is stupid. I don't like this. But then after 20 episodes, you're like, oh my God, new season. Oh my God, I need to watch this. And you're hooked. I am loving the final act. It's awesome. It's the way a sequel should be done. It's the same animators, the same voiceover guys. Sesshomaru has had this fantastic arc where he's really just come so far, and I like to see that. And his mom was really cool. Like, she taught him a lesson, and she was this all-knowing, but she played with him a little bit, and she got him, you know, to learn his lesson, and I was just really impressed.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
So I'm excited.
Are you saying that I should go back and start watching it again? It got kind of long for a while.
well, you don't have to go back, actually. It loses all the filler. It's Inuyasha without the filler. It got
Really?
real good.
Okay.
Final act.
Now,
I like it.
Since we're talking about sequel series, I'm really into Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It goes right back to the basics. We got the storyline coming out again. Hughes.
Yeah.
Always, and Roy Mustang, it's pretty awesome. But overall, I think it's a great return back to the roots, back to the manga. We see a lot of things like that with Hellsing coming back to the roots, and seeing Full Metal Alchemist there without so much of the craziness is pretty awesome. I like the twist coming up to it. Now, for those of you who don't know what Full Metal Alchemist is, I'm just going to say shame. It's a classic story about two brothers trying to find the Philosopher's Stone after a freak accident and resurrecting their mother. It's fun, it's kind of a little sci-fi meets steampunk type of vibe, and overall it's just a lot of laughs and some very sad moments. Done by the same people that backs Final Fantasy, so you gotta check it out. Now, Fullmetal Alchemist Brothers is an anime going a completely different direction. Not even a sequel series, it's more like a retelling, with alternate plot twists, going straight from the manga, and it's a little bit more brutal. At the same time, it's a lot more satisfying.
Oh, there was something I forgot to say. Lately, I've been playing the game. So for anyone out there who's playing the game,
You just lost.
You just lost the
You
game.
lost it all.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're going to pass that game back to you, Johnny. Take it away.
Coming up, Miley teaches us some anime-nese. Gamefly is the largest online video game rental service, offering over 6,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. With plans starting at $15.95 a month, Gamefly members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. Anime fans get a 2-week free trial when they go to www.gamefly.com/anime. Some restrictions apply. Check the Gamefly website for details.
Coming up right now is Arigato, Miss Yamamoto. Miley is going to teach you some basic anime terms so you can know what you're talking about when you go to anime cons. You can ask them some questions in Japanese, because you'll know everything, right?
I already do.
So some of you guys are quite new to the anime industry, or you guys don't really know the Japanese terminology that is being thrown about by our panelists. So basically this section, at least for now, is going to be for you guys so that you can keep up with some of the terminologies that we use. All right, the first word we're going to cover is otaku. The word otaku became slightly different in Japan after Densha Otoko came out, which was roughly translated as train boy, I guess. And it was about otaku who basically saves a very beautiful girl on the train from kind of a scary man. And then this romance ensues between this very rich, posh, beautiful girl who has nothing to do with this otaku community, and this otaku who basically has never really talked to a real life girl, and he falls in love, and they both kind of fall in love with each other. But because that became popular, the otaku came more into the mainstream in kind of a cuter way, and not the sweaty, scary, lives with his parents kind of way when you're 45. The next word we're going to cover is Akihabara, or as many of you guys know it, Akiba. The Japanese people love to condense words, so if you ever hear a very short version of a word, I'll try to explain what the original word was, but I will be calling it Akiba because that's what I was used to calling it when I lived in Japan. All right, so Akihabara is basically an old town that used to be known as the electronics town. If you needed a circuit board or a piece of a, light fixture filament, or whatever you wanted, you would go to Akihabara. But something new has encroached into Akihabara, and that would be anime and anything that has to do with the otakudom. And nowadays, Akihabara is more well known as sort of an anime capital of the world. If you want anything to do with maid cafes, or you want to find the most niche of animes or mangas, you would go to Akihabara, and they have stores that are specific to the types of anime that you like. My name is Miley. If you have any questions whatsoever, make sure you contact me through the forums over at revision3.com/animetv, and I'll be sure to get to your questions. Until next time, Johnny.
Stick around because we're going to take a look at Evangelion 1.01, You Are Not Alone. Web hosting from GoDaddy.com includes 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support, and free access to hosting connection. The place to install over 30 free applications sure to help you get the most from your hosting plan and website. For 10% off your order, just punch in the code ATV8.
Neon Genesis Evangelion is probably one of the most popular anime titles ever. And years after the series concluded, it's getting a complete facelift with 4 new movies, and Funimation has just released the first one domestically. Are these movies going to hold up to the hype that is Evangelion? Check out this clip.
We have a confirmed visual on the object.
Launcher full of soul.
Missiles away. Direct hit.
Bring that target down at all costs. Tank battalion's been wiped out. No, why is it still standing?
Target is still active.
We're sorry. All lines are currently out of
Hi there.
Welcome to NERV?
We're a clandestine organization that answers directly to the UN, the key in the effort to rebuild our world.
15 years ago, the second impact, half the world's population was wiped out. Now the angels have returned. There is little we can do to stop them. With limited options, we had to find a new solution to protect our way of life.
You're looking at the most advanced weapons system ever developed by man, the synthetic humanoid Evangelion. You will be the pilot.
There are others like you. Other children burdened with the task of protecting our home and saving mankind from the brink of extinction.
We are go for launch! Evangelion Unit 1, move out! The Evas can beat the angels. The fact that we're even here to see this means that mankind has a sliver of hope. I want you to understand that you're not the only one risking your life in this fight. We are all in this together. Move! Shinji!
Evangelion, Anno's masterpiece redone. Some of it pretty good, some of it not, but let's see what everyone else thinks first, all right? Miley.
Oh, you're gonna choose me first.
Yeah.
Okay. We've talked about Eva a little bit before, the series and the subsequent movie that came out. And I have to admit, I was one of those people that was like, I heard all the hype and all this stuff, and Eva was something that I was like, everybody talking about. I don't want to watch it now. So I didn't watch it for the longest time, and then I did. And I have to admit, the beginning really hooked me because I was like, oh, the premise is really good. It's awesome. And then it sucked in the end. And I was like, what the? There was no climax. What the? You know, and it was just bad for me. And I was not a fan, I have to admit. And
All
I was
right,
kind
so what
of,
about the movie?
The movie, I have to admit, I was, waiting forever to not watch it because I was like, God, I have to go through this again. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Yay.
Yeah.
We made one out of her.
I know. I literally was like, all that kind of weird stuff that was should not have been included in the series. Maybe they needed to, it was like weird filler for the series that they kind of took out. They really streamlined it, and I think it's more accessible for sort of the mainstream audience, and I think it'll help anime once again push towards this bigger audience and bigger, place. And I just love the way it was done. The characters were nicely developed, I felt like. It wasn't too much of, is it Shinji and his whining, which I couldn't stand in the series.
It's like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, there was less of that,
whining.
and more I felt like his journey in figuring out who he is, or at least, the first steps into his journey of trying to figure out what he wants to do in life. Because I feel like he's, a lot of kids, I was kind of like him too, where it was like, you just kind of go through life, plodding through life, saying yes, because no matter how much you try, you hit a wall and people tell you can't do something. And I feel like Sorry.
All right, you're getting a little well up there. She's opening, but we have to understand one of those yeses.
Yeah, I felt like that was something that I had gone through, and it was not as whiny, but just well done. Sorry.
Ava,
getting verklempt.
This is a showmanship to Evangelion. Ano makes people in Otaku cry, even to this day.
Yeah.
That's good. All right,
Well
so Jonathan,
no,
my man, what? Tell me you have something for me.
Well, Evangelion, you gotta have something. I mean, it's one of these huge, iconic, wonderful animes. It's, oh my gosh, Miley. I mean, it really, it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. I just, for every shot of it, every look of it, the Avas, you know what I mean, right there. Can you get a close up on that right here?
Might want to be.
Like,
might want to be careful.
yeah, this is Roy's.
These are mine. These are mine, by the way.
It's just such a beautiful anime. I mean, in its philosophy and really to get into that, like I don't want to give spoilers about the rest of the show, but I'll just talk about this movie. I'm babbling a bit. This movie I thought was great. I thought it was great. It was sort of like, you know, taking it and going shh, you know, taking the series and going shh like that with it a bit, and I enjoyed it. I didn't have any problem with the movie, as opposed to like Ghost in the Shell, where they tried to sort of revamp it. I was like, it's a problem. This one I didn't have much of a problem, aside from the giant pyramid, you know, that goes oh, it's like Ariel from the Little Mermaid, right? And then when it died, I was like, ah! So I was like, I don't know about that in a sound check. But I love Evangelion. I think anyone out there has to own it. If you don't own the series, get the movie. You know, you are not alone out there in your love for Evangelion.
Do you think it stacks up to the original so far?
Absolutely. I got to be honest. It's still great. It still moved me. It still touched me. You know, I mean, it was wonderful. And Evangelion it's just a beautiful story. It's got your mech.
Right.
It's got your emotion. I don't know. It's just sort of a brilliant piece of work.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Laura, follow it up. What do you think?
I watched the original show years ago, and I respect it very much as a very good, well-done anime. It's certainly a very important anime. Kaji and Masato are one of my favorite anime couples. I love them. It's just, I like animes with happy endings. No. So I liked it in the beginning, and it's great. So I certainly respect it, but at the end, you're just like, oh, God.
All right.
And I didn't, it's not an anime that I would watch again for fun. And then the ending would just, there's so much about it that I don't understand, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like the freaking eye in the father's hand, what is that?
Well, okay.
And then all this stuff, and he goes.
That's the anime. So what do you think about them trying to make it a little more clearer in the movie?
Yeah.
Right, that's what so I'm watching, I'm like, oh great, another version, another ending. What are they gonna tweak now? So I'm watching it, and I didn't notice actually that, maybe because I've seen the original years and years ago, but I didn't notice anything that was that different about it. I was like,
he's like, what?
No, I didn't, but I
They're
didn't.
coming.
But I didn't care enough to, I was like, oh God, I don't want to sit through this again. I can't. And unless they change the ending to make it happy, I don't care. I don't want to know.
Well,
so prepare yourself. Roy's been waiting for this for a while, guys.
Now it's your turn.
Here we go.
You can go.
To those of you who don't know, Evangelion 1.01, You're Not Alone, recaptures probably the first fourth or third of the series. Makes it a little more streamlined, it loses a little bit of subtlety, but overall it gives the same story in condensed fashion. Now the problem I find with it, which I don't think she kind of picked up on, was the fact that it did lack a little bit of subtlety. It was straight to the point. There's several scenes in the movie where you see a lot of things in which you're expecting from the series to happen the same way. But when it changes, you're like, okay, what's up with that? And so when you think about the movie in comparison to the series, she's right. Evangelion's had multiple endings. It's had 2 so far. From
that's multiple.
From the original 26 to the end of Ava to now this proposed 4th new ending to this long-running series. It's pretty much up in the air how the story goes. I saw the second movie. it goes off to a little bit of a new direction. But as far as the first movie's concerned, it's awesome seeing Rei doing her, oh, this is the anime that started the lethargic blue girl syndrome. I'm telling you, and gets me into the heart. Rei is my sweetheart. I'm telling you down the line. Yeah. Overall, though, do I think that Anno's masterpiece redone is a masterful retelling or subpar rehash? Unfortunately for me, I liked the extra episodes. I liked the little subtleties of it. Damn it! So I have to say it's somewhere in between. It bugs me that they didn't go that extra step, and it bugs me even more that I wouldn't really go off to pay $20 to see a series I already have. 3 different versions of it, by the way.
Yeah.
And so when it comes down to it, do I think it's great? It's good. I will watch it, but as far as owning it, not so much. Gotta wait until You Cannot Advance. Watch for that. So, Jonathan.
Yeah, last thoughts on this one. I'm all about if you don't own it, get it. You know, might as well. And it's because it's another one of these anime titles that you absolutely have to have. I mean, it's one of the big ones. Not to mention, check it out. You can get close up.
Okay, you gotta stop touching my toys. You gotta stop.
Jonathan, no,
all right?
no.
We gotta leave this alone. We gotta leave this alone.
Down.
Miley.
My turn?
Yes.
My final thoughts? Well, funny how Ava, I felt this time, touched me more than the series did. And the series is kind of just superfluous, I feel like. And so I definitely suggest, if you've never seen Ava, and you're not a type that likes to go through like 26 episodes of subtlety, please do. Yeah, please do go through the movie, because I feel like they captured all the best parts. They trimmed the fat and really, like I said, made it accessible for a lot more people. You know, not all of us are as subtle as Roy, and would be willing to sit through 26 episodes plus another movie in order to get through all that subtlety.
2 movies.
Yeah. Oh, 2 movies, right. 2 movies. To get through the subtlety. So for those people, I would definitely suggest Ava 1.01. You are, parentheses, not alone.
Laura, final thoughts.
I just think in 10 years they're going to make another one. Oh, a different ending. You are alone, but not this time around. And maybe if they make a happy ending for the next time, I'll watch that one. Otherwise, I can't. I just can't. I can't.
All right. Well, honestly, my final thoughts is this. We see a new series come out every other week in Japan. You know, some series need a little more time to flow. You know what? Personally, do I think we really needed the extra movie for this? Do we need to be reminded that Ava's here? Not really. I said it in the first episode. One of the few things that redefined anime was Evangelion. Do I think this has the potential to do it again? Not so much, because it's already done it. It can't redefine itself. So ultimately, yes, I do love the subtlety. And yes, I will sit through 26 episodes and I'll watch it again. Hell, I'll watch it tonight. But honestly, does this warrant a new one? No. Anno, you are the king. You did this. You gave us, you made me like cry. Bambi couldn't do that.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
all
true.
I'm saying is that you did a great job. You keep giving us what you're giving us, but maybe Ava, coming from this true otaku, give it a rest. Just give it a rest.
Let Hollywood do a live-action version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be a good movie,
Well,
I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Well, Evangelion, retelling, rehashed, you decide. Basically, it's all in your hands. And guess what? You're not alone. Leave it to you, Johnny.
Thanks, Roy.
That was a really intense review.
Yes, it was.
Very.
Follow our updates on Twitter. Go AnimeTV.
Christina V.
Johnny Akbosh.
AnimeTV.
Awesome.
And maybe you'll want to. Free time. Hima time.
You mark, that's it? Okay. Just keep nodding. Thanks, dog.
Yay.
Do it again.
All right.
Is that too much?
No.
No.
Bang zoom.